Breaking news. Nnamdi Kanu to get 25 billion naira compensation from Buhari's government. We told you that the Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer has written on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu to Nigerian government demanding that every ill treatment that was, apportioned to him be duly compensated. Nnamdi Kanu lawyer wrote the letter on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu in regards to how Buhari's government have treated him. There is no records to how he was taken from um, Kenya and how he got to Nigeria. When you look at the whole thing, you understand that there is serious, issues going on in Nigeria that needs to be understood. Nnamdi Kanu has taken Nigerian government to court. The Attorney General has not answered as speedily as he has answered towards, the current issue going on, which is Electoral Act. You saw how he quickly swung into action, trying to make all things, said he was going to expunge that. But since the same court in Umahi, declared that Nnamdi Kanu should be paid compensation, we've not heard from the Attorney General of the Federation. You see, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Breaking news. Nnamdi Kanu demands 25 billion compensation from Buhari's government. Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, has demanded 25 billion naira compensation from the Nigerian government. Kanu urged a federal high court sitting in Umuahia, Abia State, to compare the federal government to compensate him with 25 billion over his arrest and repatriation from Kenya. He explained that the money was compensation for his physical, mental, emotional, psychological, and property others damage he suffered as a result of the infringement of his fundamental human right. The IPOB leader claims was contained in a suit filed before the court by the special counsel Aloy Ejimafo, where he stressed that his arrest in Kenya was illegal. Ejimafo disclosed that he would be leading a legal team to demand that Justice Evelyn enforces Kanu's fundamental human right. A statement by Ejimafo titled Nnamdi Kanu approaches Federal High Court Umuahia to enforce his fundamental human rights against unlawful exploitation reads partially. Today, 25th day of March 2022, on behalf of Mazu Nnamdi Kanu, I, the leading council of lawyers at the first hearing of the fundamental human enforcement suit, I have brought before the Umahia's division of the Federal High Court. The matter lies before Justice Evelyn, the same justice that said Malami should expunge the Electoral Act section 84 subsection 12, the same Justice Evelyn. Yeah, the suit is genuinely primarily aimed at readdressing the infrastructural unlawful expedition and extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu, which is clear violation of his fundamental human right under Article 12 subsection 12, under Article 12 subsection 4 of the African Chapter of Human Rights and People. In addition to the rendition, I'm asking the court to render the violation illegal and compensate Nnamdi Kanu for torture and all that was done to him, detention of his right and free hearing he has required, which has not been given for a while now. So Nnamdi Kanu is demanding compensation. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu has been treated with the utmost and most, unprecedented way. Now we saw how there is no records as to how he got to Nigeria from Kenya. Yes, he did went to Kenya by himself for whatever business personally known to him. He got to Kenya, and from right there from Kenya, all of a sudden he was kidnapped. Okay, courtesy of Nigerian government working with whoever persons or people they've been working with. At the end of the day, we saw how one morning we just saw him at the federal high court, by brought in by Malami. And meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu said he was tortured and treated inhumanely, and at some point he passed out. They poured water on him, to mention but a few. The way Nnamdi Kanu has been treated is wrong. There is nothing right in it, and Nigerian government need to really compensate this young man, all because he's asking, for justice in the system of our government. We did not ask to be, forcefully merged into Nigeria. So it has happened. Okay, in 1914, there was amalgamation, and before you know it, Nigeria came to be. No problem at all. We have seen ourselves here. If we're going to stay together, then we need to work together. For even the Holy Book says, can any two work together except they agree? So if we're going to stay together, I believe there's no problem, because by 2014, it was 100 years old for that amalgamation, which duly require and need reviewing. However, the powers that be will rather want no review, so that things can continue the way they are. Well, people are not, I don't believe people are anybody is particularly, bothered or worried about that. However, what we are saying is, if we're going to stay together, then let there be harmony, let there be truth and justice. Okay, don't treat some people that some people do not deserve to be here, while others are the king. If you do that, you're going to lose everybody. And that's why the whole Biafra thing started. So if you say you don't want Biafra, and then put everybody together. I mean, you're not the first to have led Nigeria since Nigeria returned to independence, returned to democracy in 1999. We've had Olusegun Obasanjo. We've had Musa Yar'Adua. In fact, he did excellently well. Maru Musa Yar'Adua was one of the persons who was able to bring Nigeria together. Yes, he did that. He was able to solve the problem in the Niger Delta. I wonder what Buhari would have done if it was in his time. Umaru Musa Yar'Adua worked on that aspect, and before you could say Jack Robinson, he sorted the problem that was lingering in the Niger Delta. That was what the young man did before he passed on. Okay, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan came. There was no Biafra struggle. As soon as Goodluck Ebele Jonathan left and you came, you should really examine yourself. For you're not the first, you are not the second. You are not the third. All of a sudden, everybody wants out. Who is with the problem here? Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now. Let's hear what you think.